how God, what's the word I'm looking for? How desperate the camera looked was intentional there because of the situation, but I understand.
Yeah. But anyway, that was game 1. Quite a quick one actually, but you know, PvP. And once again, this time in bottom left corner of map Jagannatha LE, we have the blue Protoss player, representing blue for Team Liquid. I made it up, but he's representing blue for Team Liquid. And representing Netherlands, it is Harstem.
Yes, TBD is correct there. The chaotic movement was intentional, but I'll ease up on it. My bad. Let's putting in the top right-hand corner of Jagannatha LE. We have the Polish Protoss player. He is red, representing Team Blazer. It is Krystianer.
We'll see what they bring up this time. Will it be another aggression from Krystianer, or is he gonna play a more standard game?
We'll see. I mean, unfortunately, it didn't really work out for him in game number 1. We'll see what he has in store for us here in game 2. I would love to see some more aggression, I'm not going to lie, but at the same time, like, I'm pretty sure I have seen Krystianer in like a mid-game scenario in a PvP, and he doesn't look bad. I'm pretty sure we saw that yesterday, actually.
At the same time, though, on the west of the map.
Oh yeah, we do have a proxy pylon here for Harstem. Oh my god, you're gonna be waiting for that cyber core to finish up, or could just throw down a gateway. There it is.
There you go. It's quite far from Krystianer's base, but hey.
Yeah, but with this, mate, now we have 3 gates up and running.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna have a lot of aggression coming out from Harstem, and unfortunately, Krystianer hasn't really seen this. He did send his probe across the map, and he did see that, hey, there's a pylon missing, so he knows that much at least. He knows that there is something out of the map, but does he know if it's just for a proxy? Is it just a pylon just to be out there on a map, which does happen quite often as well.
Yeah, the probe is checking the bottom of the map right now, but it's gonna take it a while before it finds this location.
Exactly. Ay. Meanwhile, I don't know if I like this. So Krystianer, he is investing in all these adepts, looking to be aggressive across the map himself, right? Send in for 6 adepts across the map. Doesn't matter if there's a probe here to throw down the pylon and block you, like you have enough DPS to power through anyway. But this also means that he won't really have much at home to defend.
Yeah, exactly. And he went for the Nexus as well, so this time he's not looking to be as aggressive as last game. But I'm not sure about Harstem.
Oh god, that was close. Nice. That was so close. I was holding my breath there towards the end. Ay. But in the end, Harstem does deny the adepts. The Stalkers are moving out across the map. Again, we do have that reinforcing point here, and there we go. Warp Gate just finishes up.
Yeah, the Stalkers are moving on the map, and does Krystianer know this is coming?
Ooh,
he did see a few Stalkers,
I mean,
and now he sees the rest of them.
Yeah, now he knows 100%. Now he knows the situation he's in, and unfortunately, instead of Stalkers, he has Adepts to defend, and this is not the ideal unit you want right now.
Yeah, the Adepts are trying to shade into the Stalkers. Can they snipe it actually?
Oh my god. The Stalker of Krystianer gets one shot. The natural is denied. The shield battery is depowered. Everything is going wrong for Krystianer.
Yeah, the Immortal is on the way, but it's still quite a long time before it appears here. And Harstem just takes the Nexus behind it. He did the damage, and now he's gonna be ahead.
He made a choice here. Harstem, if he wanted to, maybe he could have continued to warp in across the map. Maybe he could have forced his way up into the main base, especially because there's not enough NG for another force field. But instead, Harstem, he's like, you know what? I'm delaying your Nexus. I'm gonna take my own. I'm just gonna macro up behind this.
Yeah, he's still keeping these Stalkers here, so it delays Krystianer's expansion even more. But this is not by no means like game-ending attack.
Oh god, exactly. Especially with this Immortal. To be fair, there's no shield batteries, and again, these Stalkers are just trading so well against the gateway units of Krystianer. Like, if this keeps on going, Harstem can snowball.
Yeah, this is snowballing very quickly. Like, Krystianer has to be very careful with those units. Like, that Immortal alone may not be able to deal with all the Stalkers that come his way.
Exactly. Ay. In the end, he does finally have enough to push away Harstem for now. And Harstem, I mean, he gets away with a faster Nexus, and we can get into a more longer game.
Indeed. So what's the next phase of PvP? In the current meta.
We shall see. I mean, we should be seeing, I imagine, Twilight Councils from one player, maybe Forge for Blink Stalkers and +1. We could see something crazy and like a fast robotic spay. If Skillus was here, man, we'd be seeing Colossus, because why the hell not? Oh god, I love Skillus.
I find it kind of funny that we got to cast a bunch of like not very standard Protosses.
I like it because, again, when people think of the European scene, you think of like the stock standard, Rainer, Clem, right, Cyril, all these guys, but there's a lot more personality when it comes to just the players and their playstyle in the European scene. And we were able to see that yesterday and even today with players like Milky Cow and Ziggy.
So Harstem takes up to his Twilight Council first. And do you think it's just Blink? It's probably just Blink, right?
Yeah. This should just be for Blink here. Again, this is kind of stock standard from Harstem. Meanwhile, he goes in, he scouts his opponent, sees that there is no Twilight Council, and that we have continued Immortal production here. Not just Immortal production, but also a Warp Prism. Oh boy.
Indeed. Harstem's Warp Prism is on the way as well, so it's not gonna be long before it joins the fight. Both players are scouting each other quite thoroughly.
Yeah, that they are. I think what's important is that because this War Prism, like, it looks like Krystianer wants to be a little bit aggressive. The only advantage that Krystianer really has is the amount of Immortals, right? He started the Immortal production so much earlier compared to Harstem, so that is something that he can try and leverage.
Yeah, that he can, but Harstem is actually dropping these, and they are scouted as well. I wonder how much damage this can do.
Yeah, it should have been scouted. There we go. We do have the Stalkers responding to this, but 2 Immortals do get dropped. We could even see a Warping as well, because why the hell not? Ay.
They made Krystianer cancel the Twilight Council, actually. So that delays his tech even more.
That it does. He's still stuck with vanilla gateway units. And unfortunately, because of the aggression from Harstem, Krystianer hasn't been able to accomplish anything with this Warp Prism.
It's just been staying at home. The 2 adepts were trying to get something, but they were found by Stalkers. So it's not looking great for Krystianer so far.
Yeah, exactly. He is kind of struggling here. And because he's stuck on 2 bases, if Harstem wanted to, he could probably try and expand. But we do see that Krystianer, he's doubling down. He's throwing down, oh my god, a 6 gateway explosion, mate. And we have Glaives!
And Glaive! Look. He likes the adepts, okay? He made a bunch of adepts in the beginning, and he's gonna continue to do so. The Immortals drop once again, and they actually get rid of one of the gateways, so that's nice.
They do. They also see some of the gates, right? They see 3 gateways. He doesn't know how committed this is, by the way. Unfortunately, Harstem only has a piece of the puzzle, but can he like piece in the rest of it without seeing it directly? That's the question. He does have hallucination, but it won't go into the main base. Oh god, and behind this, it isn't just like mass gateway with Glaive Adepts. There's also a Dark Shrine. More gates.
Yeah, just more gates. Believe it or not. I mean, Harstem saw that there's a lot of gateways coming, so he knows that it's probably something aggressive. But yeah, he's going for Templar Archives himself with charge. There are some zealots trying to join the fight.
Yeah, they are. Ooh, nice. Yeah, they do catch the War Prism, so they are going to be able to hunt this down, maybe even force a recall if Krystianer wants to keep this alive. Meanwhile, Harstem, it looked like he was maybe setting up for a 3rd base, but he hasn't gone for it quite yet. Instead, he's waiting for +1, waiting for charge to kick in.
By the way, I like that there's a single probe. Yeah, there you go. There's a probe in Harstem's army. Nice. It stayed in the bottom right.
Yeah, he's there. Keep an eye on the War Prism. We do see in the end the War Prism was forced to recall.
He's doing his part.
He is. And we'll see when Krystianer pulls the trigger, because again, Glaives has been done for a while. We do already have a lot of adepts here. Krystianer, he's expanding.
Stunning.
Really?
He just made a bunch of gates. Just research everything, made a bunch of adepts, and he's like, you know what? Nah.
Okay, here we go. He is finally pushing out across the map. It is a bit of a shame that his aggression has been delayed, but it is still here nonetheless, and he does have a 3rd base behind this. Meanwhile, War Prism does get into the main base. DTs are finally revealed.
Yeah, that's very nice. He's pulling the attention, but the Warp got sniped, I think.
It did get sniped.
Here. So this is the end of this harassment.
Yeah.
Like as soon as Harstem cleans it up.
And mate, these DTs have done nothing right now. The observer pops out, DTs are going to be cleaned up. Meanwhile, at the same time, Krystianer does move out across the map with his army.
Yeah, the third base is being poked at as well.
That it is.
But
I mean,
this is gonna take a while.
6 probes went down, I guess, but that just equalizes the worker count, to be honest. Like 42 versus 42 probes, not the biggest of deals. Krystianer looks like he will be able to deny this third base. Ooh, do you have to cancel just in
That's
time?
very nice. the force fields are not very useful with all the Archons around.
Feels bad, man. The Archons didn't even care. They just power through all of these force fields, and the entire army just falls apart.
And look at that, it looks kind of funny when you put like a wall of force fields. Like, beautiful, you're blocked now, and then the Archons just walk in.
Yeah, there was just no stopping the Archons as much as Krystianer tried. He still has a massive amount of adepts. That's great and all. I still don't think that's ideal here, though. I don't know.
I mean, I've seen adepts sniping Immortals, but this is a pretty sizable army.
Sure, adepts, they can snipe Immortals. What they can't do is snipe Archons. Like, Archons, they love charges. They love adepts. They just get so much splash damage on them. And that's why we have more Archons.
Yeah, just more and more Archons.
That's all
The
you
adepts are
need.
looking at it like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, I mean, what else is Krystianer gonna do? He invested in Glaives, like he's got to do. He's committed to the adepts, and this may just be his own grave, mate.
All the shades. Look at all the shades.
He's
Can I commit? No.
Okay.
He was so close.
He hasn't lost his mind, not yet. Oh god. Meanwhile, we have Charge Lots hitting the third base. The Nexus will go down. Then we go 2 Immortals join the fray.
Oh, there's actually quite a lot of army for Krystianer, but is it enough to beat all of these Archons?
We'll see. It looks like 1 Archon gets focused down. The second goes down as well. Maybe the third, but the Charge Lots come into support, and these Adepts are all falling. Meanwhile, so do the Immortals. There was not enough buffer. The Adepts abandoned those Immortals, left them exposed, and GG gets called.